I can be anywhere on the screen, can't I? Because I'm not playing a video game. That's fun. I wanted to go put something on. Yippee! So now I'm here with more. And therefore nobody can stop one. That's respawn. And my dad's come home. Very predictable. And I just opened up Steam. That's not what I wanted. Yippee! I can listen to music now. That is exactly what I wanted.
You already got anything for you? I just found it. Drops on the floor and here's the one in Nicholas.
You can't turn the bot down, you know. So turn the bot down. It's not that hard. I know that Carnage won't be able to join us in VC today because he's going out for dinner. And I'm just reminding a few other people and seeing if they're gonna come join. Would you like to see an image of what I think you would end up being? Cause it's only gonna get shown later. Oh, where is it? Ah, there. Look at the image. I think that's gonna end up being your character. Plagborn. Oh, he is online now. I had to go. Yeah, he is. I had to message them. Oh, he has no internet. That's funny. In a sad way. Ah. I don't think Link's gonna join. Because he doesn't respond to my messages that often. Also, question, when are we gonna work on the game?
I ask myself that every time.
You don't respond to my DMs like 50% of the fucking time! Well, maybe 90% is more accurate. You're always playing Marvel Rivals on... Yeah.
Something, but I can't show you.
That is evil! I wanna see!
This is probably the coolest, yet most cutest thing that I'm gonna have, and it's killing me that I can't show you because it's actually gonna leave you surprised. It's eternally eating at me.
Why can't you show her?
Because I can tell you what I can't even tell you what it is. Well, I can tell you what one of them is. So you already know the sneak peeks to the things I've been sending.
Yeah.
That's the raccoon. Yes, the raccoon is the human because it was requested that he got one for a 2D model. So
Yeah.
he's gonna get a model for himself. And once that works, I'm gonna try to get you one, and then I'm gonna try to get ours.
Ooh.
If it's done right, because the person's gonna teach me how to make mine, and then once I get mine, I'm gonna try to make you an owl one.
Oh.
I think it was pretty cool. And then Jacob, and then Suzanne, and kind of just everyone in our friend group to try to take what I learned and make y'all one. So I'm learning, but I'm also getting one at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a long process, and it pisses me off, but I'm so close. Got the facial movement down. I just gotta get the arm and the head, and we'll be good. Because as long as I can get the top half movement down, it works.
Mm.
Now, the second one that I want to tell you, but it's fucking. I'm gonna tell you. I can't.
Yay!
I can't. It's so worth it. my phone. Of course, my iPad is off, so of course it is.
Sounds about right.
Okay, there's my phone now. Can we give you the website because I don't have it pinned in my tablet. What's it called? What is this called? Tell me the goddamn thing. Wait, is this available? Oh no, it's not available yet. Okay. I just hope that they're still doing it because if they're not, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, there it is. You have an account? Yes. Log in. There you go. Okay. Now, you see all these stuff? This is
Yeah.
I go to get it. I'm hoping to cross my fingers to get it. That is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Save. Now this is where I save the models that I'm gonna try to get. The funny stuff. I think this would be cool. That's a lot of fucking money.
Jeez.
And I kind of want this, not gonna lie.
That's cool.
Look at that, that's fucking hilarious. I might buy it at some point.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That's not what I'm looking at. There's this,
Plushie!
and I'd probably just get it with the controller. Fucking sick. That's not what I want. What I want, and have been waiting for, is the creature.
Ah! The creature. Nice.
I haven't bought it yet, but I'm getting this. I already have one of these. I'm waiting for this to open up. He has a second one, which is awesome.
That kind of gives, That's Not My Neighbor window vibes. You know?
All I need is $50 and I can get this.
A lot of money.
I just gotta wait till I get paid. And when I get paid, I can buy it.
Yeah. And you also gotta buy me Amanda.
I forgot Amanda had a third game, I'm gonna be real.
How? How do you forget?
So that's all I'm doing, and I just gotta wait till get paid and get it. You, Amanda, get that for me, and then I'm good.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna go back to watching YouTube. What do you want to do?
Oh, I've been getting that advert as well.
And this is also where I get my ideas for games to play.
I send you a bunch of games. And then most of them you never play. Oh, you know what we should see if we can do for Stellar Robotics? We should try and get one of the chapters to like listen to the player's mic. Like, I think I have a really good chapter for what could be done on it. Oh, maybe I have 2 chapters. Yeah, I have 2 chapters. Chapter 3 and chapter 4 could have that implemented. Oh, FNAF 2 rewritten, or FNAF rewritten 87 has its Night 6 dropped. You should play that. Because that'll take you at least 2 hours to do, assuming that you don't die a bunch. That is like anyone's chat, though.
I definitely am gonna play this.
You should! It kind of looks like a duck. I feel like we're just going completely off task without even starting the task.
You know what? I'm actually gonna try this game.
Yes.
Or, once I finish this match.
I'm gonna have to stop watching this, otherwise we're never gonna get anywhere. Cause I wanna go over the crooked moon. Not watch Ain't There Ryan. Like I think we just spent like the past 20-ish minutes off track. Well, I told you Carnage and E. Al isn't responding to me. But I don't know if she's gonna appear in chat or not. Because she hasn't been feeling that well. And also hasn't been reading my messages. Which annoys me. Can you link me the video that you were just watching? Thank you. Because I want to watch that after stream instead of recording the rest of my FNAF Rewritten 87 video. Oh, there is a game on GameJolt that drops like next week. Have you heard of Forgotten Factors? It's currently got a demo, but the full game's gonna drop in like 7 days. Yeah. So you could play that on release or something. I think, because I'm streaming this either way, those who don't show up can always just watch the VOD. So me think we should just stop. And if chat wants to appear in the chat, they can. Because chat's hella empty. I'm gonna open the VC chat. Because then I can just spam the images that are gonna be on stream screen. I gotta get off the music page of this. So I wanna go to Introduction, A Dreadful Folktale. That's the important bit. Okay. Somewhere, lost in the shrouded realms of death, lies a land of endless night, where long forgotten horrors are revealed to those who travel through the mist. There, in a crooked house, lives a crooked man with a crooked grin. He raises crooked arms to the crooked tree at the edge of midnight and hears the whispers of the old ones. They speak of a beast that stalks the darkest woods and darkest hearts, a crown of horns upon its head. If you lose your way and feel a warm breath that chills you to the bone, run. Follow the songs of harvest time, and before long you'll find revelry in the dancing shadows of blazing wicker. No matter your story, these lonesome misty rails will deliver you to where the hallowed cannot save you. No, it's the time to brave the dark wood. Beware the witching hour, and weave your own dreadful folktale underneath the crooked moon. Is the introduction, essentially. So this story is gonna begin like a gothic, dark fantasy mystery, but technically folk horror. We'll be on a train heading to Dreskenwald, where something isn't quite right. Whether you're going to be from Dreskenwald yourself, and somehow ended up on the mortal plane and trying to get back to your preference, or somebody alive who, or even recently deceased, is up to you. It's atmospheric, eerie, and occasionally action-heavy. The entire plan is we'll be starting at a train station, where we get to meet, I say we, it's more like those who will be playing around here right now, going to meet one another, and then board the train. But some things are going to end up happening, because it wouldn't be a train ride without some drama. There may or may not be several, depending on how you want to go or deal with the situation. You'll meet the Lord and Lady Dreskenwald, who, if we turn this into a true campaign, will be there to aid you, here and there, when it sees fit. But because it's going to be a one-shot to gauge interest, we'll be ending it with a supernatural encounter tied to the train itself. It's also going to be more reliant on those who show up to the campaign / one-shot, because it is just going to be more roleplay, with me occasionally just dragging you guys along with a string and a carrot or cookie. As all good things have to be. If you do die as like a living character, I guess the Druskenvold characters and the dad. I suppose I can also find a way to tie that in. But, you won't be dead, since the campaign itself is to do with death. Yay! We'll just end up pausing. So, whoever decides they're gonna end up dying for some stupid ass reason can make a new character, which is just gonna be the same name, class, level, but a Druskenvold species instead of a living one. Cause of reincarnation. But if it's a Druskenvold species or you are playing as a recently deceased, then we'll figure something out. I would say you guys are welcome to work together to create your characters if you want to be connected to one another. But they're kind of not here. Though I have like a list of people who should be in the campaign, i.e. Kana, Jowl, and E. Maybe Bart and Link if they wanna, but they would have to confirm. Oh, there's something else. I have a character in the campaign that you will meet quite early on, actually. So, for those in Druskenvold, as a Druskenvold species, there's a chance that you can be friends with them. They are going to be a tech one. And a cleric. So, another thing is, by the end of the one shot, you will be level 3. Which is quite fun. You get to level up pretty fast in one chapter. I've got to move my model out of the way for myself because it's in the way. So, I will show you the species. I've shown you one of them. I'm actually gonna share my screen. Give me a sec. There you go. And you can actually see when you go on to my screen what this is called. I'll still pull up stuff for the characters to speak a bit about them. Are you watching my screen yet? What? Sketch. I didn't hear you. I can hear your video, like little bits of it here and there.
Coco.
I am sharing my screen. So you can see the Ashbourne, right? So, Ashbourne are imp-like creatures native to Chernobobs. They're typically coalescing from the sulfuric ash of the Providence, Hellfire, and Brimstone volcanoes, infused with the fiendish power of the Hells. This folk has managed to survive and even prosper in the barrens and badlands of the Province through guile, boldness, and industriousness. Said to be favored by fortune itself, Ashbourne count on luck to twist the balance in the most dire situations. Their short stature ranges from slight to stout, but this makes them no less dangerous, for each Ashbourne has a venomous tail resembling a scorpion's, always ready to strike. They sport horns and skin tones in varying shades of red and grey that reflect their devilish origin. And they also typically live 100 years. The Ashbourne traits, their creature type is Fiend. Size is small, so about 2 to 3 feet. Their speed is 30. And as an Ashbourne, you will have special traits such as Ashen Legacy, where you know Manic Illusion cantrip. And starting at character level 3, you'll always have Charm Person spell prepared. Starting at character level 5, you'll always have Invisibility spell prepared. You can cast each of them once without a spell slot, and you regain the ability to cast them that way when you finish a long rest. You can also cast them using any spell slots you have of the appropriate level. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spellcasting ability for the spells you cast with this trait. You also have Dark Vision of a range of 60 feet. Fiendish Fortune, when you're hit by an attack roll that isn't a critical hit, you can take a reaction to magically cause the attack to miss you. And a creature of your choice within 5 feet of you takes force damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Since you have a scorpion-like tail that's venomous, you can use it to make an unarmed strikes using your strength or dexterity. It's your choice as a player. For attack or damage rolls, I said or instead of and. On a hit, you deal 1d4 piercing damage, and you deal an extra 1d6 poison damage. You can deal this extra damage a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, and regain them all when you finish a long rest. When your character reaches level 10, this extra damage increases to 2d6. I feel like this is what Owl would play as if they're a Dreskenvold species. This is an Azerbon, which is a harpy-like species native to Estrema, often materializing from the bright blue night sky filled with twinkling stars and winds of arcane power, bearing a connection to the aether that courses through the air and land of the provinces. They are inherently prescient folk that can divine the future by looking to the cosmos. They have built a social for fuck's sakes, a society of magical wonder through grand vision, endless curiosity, and dedication to study. Sprouting feathers across their entire body and wings attached to each of their arms. This diverse folk can resemble all manner of aviation creatures, from raptors to earthly tones of to tropical birds of vibrant and colorful plumage. They typically live 100 years, although many of the wisest among them have lived up to 400. So that traits is they're humanoid. They're size medium, from anywhere between 4 and 7 feet tall. The speed is 30 feet, bow, and fly speed also is equal to your speed. As an observed one, you have these special traits. You will know the guidance cantrip starting at level 3. You'll always know the, and I'm probably going to butcher this one, the Orgeri spell? No idea what that one is, to be fair. And it will be bad and can cast without a spell slot or material components. And you will regain the ability to cast it that way when you finish a long rest. You can also cast it using any spell slots you have at the appropriate level. I believe, like Ashbourne, you also have Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma as your spellcasting ability for the spells you cast with this trait. You also have Dark Vision of 60 feet, Glimpse Fate when you roll Initiative if you aren't surprised. You can choose the number of creatures that you can see equal to your proficiency bonus. Targets have advantage on their initiative rolls. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Winds of Magic, as a bonus action, you can take dash action and increase your flight speed by 10 feet until the end of the turn. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. This is a Bogborn. What do you think of it? Scotch. What do you think of the Bogborn? Because me, it looks ugly as shit. Well, Bogborn's a troll-like species native to Zulrug, usually rising from the still dark waters of the Swampy Province. From the moment of rebirth, they have a symbiotic relationship with flora and fauna of the wild and often treacherous Maya. Their ability to survive is further enhanced by the naturally regenerative biology found in trolls. Towering over most, these hardy folk can face any trial of nature and often utilize their athleticism in pursuits of hunting and survival. Bearing prominent noses and tusks, the tough hides are usually shades of green or blue. Bogborn typically live 100 years before moving on to the spirit world. They are a giant, and their size is medium, about 7 to 8 feet tall, with a speed of 30 feet. Bogborns have special traits known as Bog Bulk, but you have the advantage on any ability check you make to end the grappled condition. You also count as one size large when determining your carrying capacity. Oh, one size larger. You also have Dark Vision with a range of 60 feet. Guiding Bond, which is a bonus action. You can magically place a mark on a creature you see within 60 feet of yourself. The mark lasts for 1 minute and takes the form of ephemeral plants, so moss, fungus, or swamp animals that only you can see. For the duration, you can add 1d4 to ability checks and attack rolls you make against the marked creature. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You also have proficiency in perception and survival with keen senses. And as mentioned, you have regeneration, which is another bonus action. You can expend one of your hit point dice. So you'd roll the dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the number plus your constitution modifier, minimum of 1 hit point. If you take acid or fire damage, this trait does not function until the end of your next turn. I've opened the wrong thing. Whoopsies. And now I gotta go play. Where the hell is this? Okay, there we go. I've located it and I've gotta now go find out the other one. Yippee for this being annoying. Okay, there we go. Both stream and Discord are the same one. The Castborn. Castborns are a werewolf-like species native to Edwardia.
That's you play on PC or PS4? PC.
They're often emerging from the dense cast fog that rolls across the province, sharing a strong connection to a malediction called the Grey, which demands the balance to the threat of certain doom. They have managed to build civilization of advancement and progress, countered by rampant strife, pollution, and hunger. Covered head to toe with thick fur and bearing sharp teeth and claws, this lupin species evokes the hallmarks and appearance of wolves, but with clearly humanoid physiology. If not brought to an early grave by the Grey, they typically live up to 100 years, although technical advancement has led to certain individuals approaching 200 years old. Castborn traits: their humanoid, medium, about 5 to 6 feet. Their speed. Want to take a guess?
What?
Do you want to take a guess on how fast a Castborn is?
Oh. Not fast enough.
No, they have a speed of 35 feet.
Nah, not fast enough. I'm fast.
Castborns also have cursed claws, which allows you to make unarmed strikes, which is 1d6 of slashing damage to hit. You can use strength or dexterity to attack and damage rolls with your claws. When you hit a creature with your claws, you can curse the target until the start of your next turn. While cursed, the target emits wisps of fog and has disadvantage on d20 tests. You can curse a creature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all the expended uses when you finish a long rest. Like all the other...
Stream, it looks like you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You want me to give you my PNG so it doesn't look like you're talking to yourself?
No.
Oh, you mean
No.
No, too bad. I'm already sending it. Too late.
Sigh, you're making me do more work.
You'll be fine. I do it the same for you. I have a PNG saved of you somewhere. Oh, there you are. Yep, look at that. You. Great. Now I gotta scroll because there's like 3 folders. Shoot. Uh-oh. Oh dear.
What are you doing?
Hold on. My files are jumbled. There you go. There you go. Use that. Don't laugh
I'm-
at him.
I'm not laughing at him. I was gonna say I
You are-
could.
This is how his face looks. What's wrong with his face?
I was gonna say I could always add your reactive image.
That's what I got this guy for. That's what he's for.
Yeah, but you're on reactive Fuji. It's a woman in a red dress.
Oh, well then use that.
Sure.
I want it to be the puppet, but I guess I'll be the red dress.
You is now woman.
Oh.
Oh, we'll be in a sec.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Ugh. Ow, my leg.
There you go, you as woman. Don't. Should I make your image bigger?
No, just could be from the waist. Oh, why'd you use the Christmas one? I have one that's not Christmas.
That's all I have on Discord Reactive! I can actually
You should have just used the puppet. The puppet would have made more sense. Because he's smaller, he could fit in the corner.
You could update your reactive, you know?
I did.
Calling no, that's what I have for you.
Wait, how do I update my reactive?
You said it as active. Cause I have a Halloween, a Christmas, and my Apple one, which
Oh, hold on. So if I set this one as active, what pops up now?
a Christmas puppet.
Bro, what? Oh no, no. We'll fix it. Hold on. I don't know why Christmas puppet's there, but he's not supposed to be. Hold on, I'm just having some difficulties. Hold on, this dude should not be right there. Hold on.
Ah,
Man, quit goddamn laughing.
it's funny.
Okay. Now, hopefully, I won't have to redo this one. Okay, then do that. Okay. No, I didn't want to zoom in. Stop zooming in! There you go. Okay. And then I do this, do that, do this, that. Boom. We got it. Alright.
But he says active.
Yes.
So why am I still looking at a Christmas puppet?
Why is it still Christmas? Bro.
Oh no!
Hold on, you're gonna do this.
Why? It's the
what
bunny
is it now?
woman! The bunny woman!
Okay.
Okay, there we go. We got
No,
normal
no.
puppet. We got normal
Is
puppet.
it back to normal now? Normal puppet? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. I'm gonna put you down here. You are now over my arm. Am I good to continue reading the Castborn traits?
You might want to lower him so you don't see the arm that's up his ass right there.
That's funnier though. Are you happy?
It's just lower him a little bit.
You happy now?
Wait for this thing to catch up. There you go. There we go. Look at it. Perfect. See, it all worked out in the end.
Like, good to go back to reading Curseblood.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I think
I don't even know where you are.
I think I got to a dark vision of 60 feet. So I'm now at great balance. When you fail a saving throw, you can take your reaction to succeed instead. When you do, you have disadvantage on d20 tests until the end of your next turn. You can use this trait once, and you can regain the ability to do so when you finish long rest. Weapon sense means that you have a proficiency in investigation, perception, or survival skill. Yippee! I can hear my dad walking up and down stairs. Okay. I gotta go hunt down the next image now. Okay, Deborn. I hate this one. It looks so gross. So Deborn are a fish-like species native to Almash, typically rising up from the abyssal depths of the province's Black Sea, home to terrors beyond imagining known as the Hungry Ones. Or you when you're hungry. Immersed in a near-consistent eldritch presence that emerges from the deep and descends from beyond the stars, these folk have managed their state of paranoia by embracing and harnessing the uncanny and cosmic. While they are primarily... It's given me a word I've never seen before. Design? In their anatomy, they possess features found in the wide variety of sea creatures, including cephalopods and crustaceans. What the fuck is a cephalopod? Oh, I can see. So squid, octopus, and cuttlefish, or nautilus. Cool. They typically live for around 150 years, but some members of the occult orders have been known to live for 600 years. Their creature type is an aberration of medium size, ranging from anywhere between 5 feet and 7 feet tall. Their speed is 30, and their swim speed is equal to their speed. As a Deborn, you'll have these special traits. Amphibious, you can breathe air and water. Dark vision of 60 feet. Eldritch gibbering. Thanks to your eldritch connection to the hungering one, you speak deep speech. As a magic action, you can gibber in that language. Each creature of your choice in 30-foot emanation originating from you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus and intelligent wisdom or charisma modifier. Choose the ability when you select the species. Or roll a d6 and consult the table below. The effect lasts until the start of your next turn. Once any target fails save against this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. The table is 1 to 2, the target has a disadvantage on attack rolls. 3 to 4, the target's speed becomes 0. 5 to 6, the target can't take reactions. And lastly, Endless Hunger. As a bonus action, you can embrace your connections to the Hungry Ones. Until the start of your next turn, you know the location of any creature that aren't constructs or undead within 60 feet of yourself, and your attack rolls against those creatures can't have disadvantage. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay, it's the other way. Not one! a tree with an axe. The G in it is actually silent, so it is just now. Oh, no. They're a tree-like species native to Andengler, usually sprouting up from the soil of the twisted dark forest. Their home is forever haunted by the souls of the long-dead Fae, which inhabit the enormous face-bearing trees known as Outerwoods. These folk commune with these beings to receive primordial wisdom. Resembling knot trees with glowing faces hollowed into the bark, the individual patterns of branches, moss, and lichen can result in a wide of diversity of appearances. Most Gnarlborn live over 500 years, but those with the strongest connection to the Outer Woods have been said to live to be thousands of years old. This creature is a plant, if it wasn't obvious enough. They can grow from about 5 feet to 8 feet tall with a speed of 30. Gnarlborns have these special traits: deep roots, where you have a advantage on ability checks and saving throws against being moved against your will, or to avoid the prone condition. Outerwood Whispers, you can draw on the memory of the Outerwood spirits. When you finish a long rest, you gain the proficiency with a skill, a tool, or learn one language of your choice until you finish a long rest. Grasping Branches. As a bonus action, you can magically unleash the binding power of the Dark Wood. Choose a large or small creature within 30 feet of yourself. The creature must make a strength saving throw, DC 8 plus your constitution modifier and proficiency bonus. On a failed save, the target has the restraint condition for 1 minute as branches appear and ensnare it. On a successful save, its speed is halved until the end of its next turn. A restrained creature repeats the save until the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself as a success. The branches vanish when the condition ends. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Root Sense is a bonus action. You gain Tremor Sense, with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. Once you use this trait, you can do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Towering Size, you have the advantage on any ability check you make to end the grappled condition. You also count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity. Yay! Now I gotta go find this one. Can you guess which one this one is then? Sketch?
What the hell is that? Porcupine. That's what we're gonna call.
No.
Frosted porcupine.
It's a Graveborn. It's a ghoul-like species native to the Syndramus, typically rising from one of the countless graves that mark the frozen battlefields of the province. Hi, Econ! They were created in a kingdom-wide ritual that twisted countless humans into new undead creatures that barely resemble who they once were. Graveborn now wage a war endlessly and perpetuate a culture of martial prowess, restlessness, and grave honor. These people are infused with the necrotic and draconic essence of the powerful draconite metal found throughout the province, which has given them a strange taste for spoiled flesh of any variety. Alright. How you doing, Akon? Appearing as the corpses of twisted humanoids, Graveborn have powerful snouts and jaws with elongated teeth and tongues that assist in devouring the flesh and bone. The physiology is sturdy, as if magically designed to be perfect for war. If not killed in war, as befalls many of their kind, they can live up to 3,000? Where did that come from? 300 years before decaying away. They are undead, the medium going anywhere from 4 feet tall to 6 feet tall, with a speed of 30 feet. Greatborns have dark vision, devour a corpse. Oh, happy on your birthday, Akon! And congrats on getting your chapter Roblox. Devour a corpse, you can eat spoiled and raw food as if it was fresh. Additionally, if you spend 1 minute eating flesh from a corpse of a smaller or larger creature that isn't a construct, roll one of your hit point dice without expanding it, even if you have none remaining. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your constitution modifier, minimum of 1 hit point. Once you regain hit points using this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Frozen Waste, you have the resistance to cold damage. If you use Draconite, when you down your creature, you can ignore any resistance it has, and it takes extra necrotic damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Ah! Akon, if you stay on stream for a while, you will learn of something that you will be able to do in Section 1 and onwards, assuming this becomes a campaign instead of a one-shot. So that's gonna be fun. We are also meant to have other people in VC, but they kind of just haven't shown up. Slash are currently unable to, such as E not having any internet. And Kaj going out to dinner. Owl has no excuse at the moment because they haven't told me anything. I'm gonna go play. Which one is this? Okay. This is a harvest spawn. They're scarecrow-like species native to Inarch. Most often crafted with great care by Methulasa. Definitely butchering that one. The Lord of the Province, infused with the vital green magic that surges through the immensely fertile land. They have a strong connection to the cycle of both harvest and life, death and rebirth. They feed so much of Dusk involved with crops they grow in a relatively peaceful society that puts a focus on community, family, and fellowship. I suppose Harvest one are kind of like pumpkin pie in a way. As a constructed species, resembling any manner of scarecrow, their bodies are comprised of a mixture of wood, metal, straw, and other implements. Their golden eyed heads may be made from a buttplate, sack, or crop, such as a pumpkin or turnip. Staying true to the cycle, they generally live 100 years before accepting the next step of death and becoming reborn once more. If you haven't figured out by now, the Harvestborn are constructs. Just like one of my favorite characters. Well, species in this. Harvestborns range from anywhere between 4 feet tall and 7 feet tall, and have special traits such as culling. When you damage a bloodied creature, you can deal an extra 1d12 necrotic damage to it. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Gift of the Green. As a bonus action, you can touch the ground and choose a creature also touching the ground within 30 feet of yourself. That creature can expand and roll 1 hit point die, and it regains a number of hit points equal to the roll number plus your proficiency bonus. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you can regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, as well as get all the expended uses back when you finish a long rest. Jack-o'-lantern. You know the dancing light cantrips. This uses intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcasting ability for it. Scarecrow nature. You don't require air, food, or drink. Watch your rest. You don't need sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. Moreover, you can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in an active, motionless state during which you retain consciousness. Now, the one that I'm about to show next is what Sketch has already seen, because I said this would be him if he was a Dresdenwald character. I gotta go find it. Okay, it was the other way. Good to know. What'd you think of this one then, Sketch? We gotta pull him back from the depths of wherever he's gone. What's up? I don't know when he's disappeared. It's just kind of funny. He's gone dead silent. If you get me a second, I can show you the map. I'll just bring it up above me and Sketch. But this is the map of Dresdenwald. A good chunk of what I've covered already uses this map for the provinces anyway. Again, there we go. I'm gonna go poke a Sketch. Damn, I can't poke Sketch. I guess without him giving his thoughts, I shall continue. This is a fake one. Fake ones, if you can't tell already, are brat-like creatures native to Babylonia, typically coalescing in the pestilent haze that hangs over the province. They are deeply connected to the virulent and deadly plague that affects and shapes our society, which persists through cunning, ruthlessness, and sheer will to live. They are the most adaptable species of Dresdenwald, quickly discovering the means to survive even in the harshest environments. Appearing as large plague rats with humanoid physiology, the short fur ranges from greys and browns to various shades of green. They bear jagged teeth and claws that all carry a strain of plague to which they are immune, but can prove deadly to others. Their nimble tails can vary in great lengths and thickness, often reflecting their family, clan, or guild. Plagueborn usually live no longer than 100 years. Then a bit weird if it was only 10.
Man,
Oh, now you're back!
I said I was getting water.
Nah. Do you want to give your thoughts on the Plague Bomb before I go into their traits?
Yes.
It says yes, but literally all I can hear is something else. That isn't him.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm pretty sure Discord is picking up other audio because it's making your puppet move.
Oh.
Are you gonna give your thoughts on the Plague Ball or not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And what are those thoughts?
My brain cut off again. What are we talking about?
Oh my god, and your thoughts on him.
What?
Give thought on Plagueborn.
Yes, Plagueborn.
And so, is that all you have to say about them?
Yes, Rat and Plagueborn. Hell yeah.
If only you could be a raccoon as a Plagueborn.
That'd be funny.
It would. Plagueborn traits are humanoid. Their size is about 4 to 6 feet tall as a medium, or a small, which is about 2 to 4 feet. Their speed is 30 feet. Climb is also equal to your speed. As a Plagueborn, you have the special traits known as Born in Filth. You have the advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition or magical contagions. Like basically everyone else that we said already, you have dark vision of 60 feet. You also have infected cunning. The plague you carry binds you to rats and imparts their cunning. You gain proficiency in deception or stealth. You're a plague bearer, so when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can spread your magical contagion to said target. The target must succeed in a Constitution saving throw DC 8 plus your Constitution modifier and proficiency bonus. Or you become afflicted with your plague for a minute. When afflicted, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and will also take 1d4 poison damage at the start of each of its turns. The target repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the plague on itself when it hits a success. You can't do that trait until you finish long rest once used. Oh wait, no, that was the one I wanted. Pirate! Unfortunately, that's not what it's actually called. This is a Relicborn. They're a skeleton-like species native to Calero, generally emerging from the numerous tombs and crypts that line the canyon walls of the Preference. They thrive in a culture of celebration and remembrance, which infuses the very essence of every member of its species, bouncing between the energy of vivific piety and the serenity of peaceful reflection. This folk holds a deep appreciation for both the living and the dead. They pair skeletons decorated with a wide array of vibrant colors, patterns, and styles, and the bones are encased in a similar translucent glowing substance that provides them with a similar mass and shape to other humanoid species, allowing them to comfortably wear clothing and armor. Some Relicborns can even grow hair from their skulls, which is often shaped into bombastic styles. Rollerballs typically live for 250 years before losing their form and collapsing into a pile of bones. They are the undead species, if you can tell already. They're a medium size, ranging from anywhere between 6 to 4 feet tall, with speed of 30. Rollerballs have the following special traits. The Dance of Death. As a bonus action, you can make a DC 15 Charisma, musical instrument, or performance check. If you succeed, the next attack roll you make before the end of your turn has advantage. If you succeed on a check by 5 or more, you can roll one of your hit point dice without expanding it and gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled. A time out party. You don't need to sleep, and you can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours enjoying revelry, such as telling stories or playing music. Moments of remembrance. When another creature you see within 30 feet of you fails a D20 test, you can take a reaction to let the target add 1d4 to the total, potentially causing it to succeed. Once this trait changes a failed roll into a success, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Solo Revelry. You gain proficiency in the performance skill or with one kind of musical instrument. And now onto the one that I hate the most. Silkborn! I hate it. I'm not gonna look at OPS. Silkborn are a spider-like species native to New Karat, typically emerging from silken cocoons amid thick webbing that fills miles of tunnels throughout the subterranean province. They have a deep kinship and connection to the bejeweled arachnids and insects that have assisted them in building the grandest civilization in Driskenwald. This folk also channels the great gems that fill the caverns of the province with light and power, bringing them ever closer to the gods that spared their kind from ancient calamity. While this species have humanoid proportions, they have arachnid features. Hardened carapace skin, numerous eyes, segmented limbs that grow from the backs, and mandibles that sprout from their mouths. They generally live for 250 years, but those at the higher echelons of their civilization have been known to live for nearly 800 years. And Discord is definitely picking up more of your audio sketch. Are you watching a video?
What?
Are you watching a video?
I'm watching you.
I can literally hear someone else talking in the background because it's making your puppet talk.
Oh, that would probably be my game. I'm doing two things at once.
That's what it is. I almost skipped over the
And I got a
Silkborn traits.
phasmophobia. Do you have phasmophobia?
Unfortunately.
Okay, good, because you're just being dragged into my stream at 5 o'clock. By the way.
What's the time for you?
3:40, 3:25.
Okay. So it's like about 2 hours from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Silkborn traits. Humanoid, the medium ranging from 5 feet to 6 feet tall. 30 feet with a speed. Climb is equal to the speed. Bejeweled carapace, you're hit with an attack roll. Oh, sorry, when you are hit with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC. Oh yeah. Sorry, Buzz just messaged me. Message me saying, "Are you doing it?" Literally, an hour and 20. No, an hour and 15 minutes after I messaged them. Alright, you can take your action to add your proficiency bonus to your AC against that attack and potentially causing it to miss. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. You also have 60 feet of dark vision. You know, the Mataji cantrip through Silken Legacy. Starting at character level 3, you always have Find Familiar spell. Bud might come join VC, by the way. The familiar takes a form of a jeweled insect or an arachnid. From level 5, you always have the web spell prepared, and you can cast each spell once without a spot, or material components. You regain the ability to cast them in a way when you finish long rest. You can also cast either spell using any spell slot you have of the appropriate level. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spell casting ability for the spells you cast with this trait. There's also Spider Climb, which is being able to climb difficult surfaces, including among ceilings, without needing an ability check. And your hands are free. Okay, get the spider off my screen, please. Where is this one gonna be? There. Okay. Hi, Bard. I don't like the fact that Discord doesn't notify me when you come in. Do you want me to send you screenshots of the species that we've spoken about, Bard?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you do it on DC?
I was gonna. Give me a sec. I will DM it to you. I don't like the fact that the bug one's gonna need like 2. Strange just because the image just takes so much of its space. If he didn't have
Has
internet,
no one else joined?
he has internet problems, and they also have an appointment later. Carnage is gone out to go eat with his family, and Owl just hasn't not even left me on red. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to send those lot the VODs. But like Owl is going to be in the campaign / one shot because they have a character being worked on. So you. Okay, that's what I have just done. Nope, gotta still be on 50%. Enjoy. A good small section of this was me laughing at Sketch. Because woman. And Sketch also apparently doesn't know how to use Reactor properly. Which is funny. I'm just gonna send those 10. I've got one more to send to you, bud. Well, two more, really. I have a feeling you probably came in at the end of Sockbomb. So I figured I'd just send that one as well. But we is on Stoneborn. Oh, I have a dead foot. Stoneborn's a gargoyle-like species, native to fluorescence or whatever. I don't know, with floods. Usually meant to curiously carved by the Lord of the Province, Archbishop Danton Alexandre Renault. Why is that name so fucking long? Blessed by the divine power known as Soul Path. These people can call upon the godliness that suffuses their construction. In a domain of darkness, they have looked to the light of their god to build a civilization that attempts to uphold what is good and lawful at all costs. The stony skin matches the same hue and patterns as the stone they were carved from. While all their kind have broad wings that carry their dense, heavy bodies, their biology can evoke a wide variety of creatures, including bats, fiends, dragons, birds, angels, dogs, and lizards, often combining features into a chimeric blend. They usually live for 300 years before crumbling into rubble. Stoneborn traits are constructs. They come in medium size, about 4 to 7 feet tall, or small, about 3 to 4 feet tall. The speed is 30 feet, including fly speed. As Stoneborns, you will have the special traits known as Argent Scream. As a bonus action, you can channel a mote of the Silver Path's light with your choice of one of the following options. Path Grace, you cast Bless spell requiring no material components. Zealous Charge, you take the dash action. The first time you make an attack roll before the end of your turn or on a hit or miss, the target takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. Once you use this trade's bonus action, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Silver Bulwark, you call upon the Silver Path to protect you. When you take bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, you can take a reaction against. You can take a reaction to gain resistance to those 3 damage types until the start of your next turn. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Watchful Sense, you gain proficiency in insight, perception, or survival skill. And lastly, my favorite, Zedbon. I probably sent this one image to like a bunch of different people in the past. Zedbon's a doll-like species. She's native to Pika. Most often built with love by Blinsky II, the master toymaker and lord of the province. In a land that is mostly fabricated and constructed to maximize the fun of all who live there, the essence of joy, thrill, and friendship are woven into a Threadbond's very nature. They trust the bonds made by loved ones, made between loved ones, and always maintain a childlike wonder and whimsy no matter one's age. As living dolls, these folk are constructed with a variety of materials, including cloth, wood, metal, porcelain, stuffing, yarn, and anything else a toy might be made of. With the most varied body shapes of all Driscoll species, each Threadborn represents a unique representation of fun. They usually live for 100 years before falling apart and needing to be rebuilt. Threadborn's traits are a construct type. The size is medium, about 4 to 7 feet tall, or small, ranging from 2 to 4 feet tall. Their speed is 30. As a Threadborn, you have the special traits. Ball joint. You can move through a space as narrow as 1 foot, as if it was difficult terrain. Innocent mind. You have resistance to psychic damage. So in nature, you don't require food, air, or drink. Soothing heart. You know the Guardian's cantrip. Starting at level 3, you always have the Sanctuary spell prepared. And starting at character level 5, you always have the Calm Emotion spell prepared. You can cast each spell once without a spell slot. When you cast Calm Emotions in this way, it can target creatures of any type. You regain the ability to cast them using this trait when you finish a long rest. You can also cast either spell using slots you have of appropriate level. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spellcasting ability for spells you cast with this trait. And lastly, you've got a friend. When a creature you see within 30 feet of yourself fails an ability check using a skill, you can take a reaction to cast guidance on the creature, ignoring the spell's normal range. The creature can add the spell 1d4 to its ability check, potentially causing it to succeed. Then the spell ends. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And that is all the species that we have. It's taking me back up to the top, god damn it! Something kind of funny, when I was going through the subclasses and the classes, I guess. So in our OBS, was it at both the top and bottom of my slideshow, because of that's how I imported it all. So I was just like, oh, okay. Wannabe Bard is at the top, which is kind of funny. I want to show you guys something, but I gotta go find it. I just opened NPCs knowing I wasn't looking for an NPC, which I don't know why I did that. No, that's the classes. Not fucking okay. Wanna do it that way? Do this one then. I can't show you the fancy one, the way I was gonna send it. But if you look in the TTS chat, this is the clock. Yeah, it's also on stream for those who haven't shown up. But don't know if you can tell, but the clock isn't exactly a clock. There's a reason for that, but I don't know where in the book it
So
is.
all night?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I guess you can say it is all night.
Lol.
I found it. In Driscoll, the sun never rises. Instead, the land is bathed in an orange glow from the horizon for a brief A few brief hours at the height of dusk, only to be swallowed by the encroaching darkness that dominates the rest of the night. The crooked moon, an eternal crescent with the visage of a leering hag, hangs eternally overhead. Its light waxes and
Everyone's
wanes.
gonna have a vitamin deficiency.
I guess. I also take the vitamin tablets. Its light waxes and wanes with the cycle of each night as it moves through the sky, with no discernible pattern, casting long creepy shadows. At times it looms large in the sky, its baleful eye glowering over the land with malicious intent. At other times it shrinks to a small slither nearly lost in the night sky, leaving the land blanketed in total darkness. The people of Dresdenwald have adapted their peculiar 24-hour day cycle from twilight hour through the witching hour, dividing their time accordingly to the shifting light of their own ways. Sunrise as soon as the golden glow of the hidden sun shows itself above the horizon, and settle in before most of the treacherous hours of the night. Others only wake during true darkness. While they may not all agree on how to honor Dresdenwald's time, all people in Providence have aligned on the same naming conventions for the phases of each passing night. So, morning is the twilight hours from 7 to 11, dusk hour is midday from 11 to 3, nightfall hour is the afternoon from 3 to 7, evening hour, which bit obvious. 7 to 11, midnight hour, 11 to 3, witching hour is 3 to 7. And I'm not going over the provinces of Dresdenwald, because we're not going there. I'm gonna go hunt down the... Once Scott comes back, I'll go hunt down the subclasses to show you guys. Because he's decided to go BRB. I'm gonna get rid of my tea because it's gone cold. But at least this time I drank most of it instead of leaving the entire mug full of tea. I've done that a few times. How's the bird?
Tired.
Eh. Fair enough. Did you have a nap or no?
I set an alarm for 7:58 and missed it somehow. And yes, didn't mean to for so long.
Poor bird. I keep finding Christmas Pringles in my shop, and I don't know why. I also learned that my town now has a Morrison's. No one know what happened, but yeah. I think that's onto the heart. I don't know. I don't think it would have been updated though on the map. No, it's still a garage on the map. Oh, it's because it hasn't been updated since 2023 or 2009, depending on which side you want to look at. I can't get the 2009 one back now. That's annoying. Yeah, well. There's a different car I wanted to go nosy out. I might change the song.
Did you build any more in Mick?
No, I left like a couple of seconds after you did. Because I was gonna go work on,
Oh lol.
yeah, I told you I was gonna go work on my OBS, and that's what I've been doing. I have the indoor soundtrack on. The atmospheric track, Blurring Face. So, I'm gonna do another indoor one. And then do... There we go. Apparently Stitch is gonna drag me into Phasmophobia. For his stream. So it's not like I'm gonna be back on it. But I was supposed to be in his Minecraft stream a few days ago and he never went live. It's like fair enough. I was half tempted to put on a song from the Ghost Side Express, but I've decided that I'm not going to until the Ghost Side Express happens. Because that's just going to be on loop for a good chunk of it. Have you done your riddle, bud?
Nah.
would have thought you would have done so.
You try it.
I have. But it went like by really fast. I was like, nope, you haven't gotten shit right, but it's only showing you 2 questions instead of 3. Or- Oh, the 7th of January. Sketch played Warframe for the first time. My cousin also owns Peak, apparently. Oh, now Owl's left me on red. Bruh. I need to go look in the GC now. Oh wait, I don't need that. I should probably install Phasmophobia if I'm gonna get dragged into it. You know what? Never mind. It's gonna take 20 minutes. I can wait. No, wait, no. Have you read the species that I sent you, bud?
Not yet.
Fair enough. You could probably do it while we were
I
in the
looked at the
sketch.
pictures.
What did you think of the pictures?
Do humans not exist?
They do, but these are the Dreskenwald species. If I get out of handouts. This is a human NPC that you'll see. You'll see quite a lot of that one. This one to me is the funniest one. Just because of his haircut.
Wow.
It's funny! Because he's mostly fucking bald! But yeah, there's quite a few humans. I think humans mostly just live in Wickham Hollow.
Hold on.
Scotch. Scotch, go look in the GC.
What?
Go look in the GC.
Jeez.
You could get a free game.
That.
It's the Huntsman. Juzo just wants to know when you're gonna stream it.
I know I have to buy it.
Yeah,
Full
Juzo
game.
could get it for you though. If you
No,
like.
tell him no. No, I don't want to play it.
I'll tell him yes. You wanna play it.
No.
Hi, Bob, what do you think of this character? I'm not gonna tell you who it is. I gotta go look for the classes now,
Who
so
is it?
you'll find out later. By later, I mean if you join session 1. Or if you just watch stream. You don't want to be in session 1. Juza says he's already given me a goal for a raccoon tattoo. Don't think I won't do a second for a full Huntsman stream. Scott, do you think you just gotta go into the group chat real quick?
Which one?
The Red Friends group chat.
Oh lord. Bruh.
mean, you already said you're gonna get a raccoon tattoo.
I'm getting the tattoo because that's just too funny not to get.
Yeah. Be a crime if you didn't get it. Okay, I'm sharing my screen again. I found the classes. Well, subclasses. So when you guys want to continue, just let me know when you're looking at it. Are you not friends with Juzo on Steam?
I don't think I am. Oh my.
Oh, you are! Okay, you are friends with him on Steam.
Oh, it has. He has arisen.
Anyways, Sketch, go look at what I'm. Oh! Nice. Go look at my screen. Sure. Sketch, I know you're not looking at my screen yet.
Hold on. I got called a gay twink. I had to respond to that. I could not let that slide. What am I looking at?
We're looking at classes.
Oh, I didn't do something.
Yeah, I saw. I don't think I need to go talk about what subclasses are, do I?
No.
Or does the bud need to know about subclasses? Well, classes are
Huh.
connected to it. I think you'll know what classes are, it's fine. It's just your typical bard, barbarian to wizard stuff. You might be wondering what this fucker is. This is class barbarian, path of the experiment. It looks ugly, I know. Barbarians following the path of the experiment supplement their supply. The supply? What? Supplement their rage with alchemical cocktails that surge in their bodies through syringes and tubes of copper, steel, and glass. These formulas enhance their abilities to channel primal might, or perhaps because of their rage, they are the only people who can survive the chemicals flooding their veins. The barbarian may have created the implants and serums through their own experimentations, or they could have been subjected to the insidious work of others. Whatever the origin, it could have well been intentioned or have made to enhance or preserve the barbarian's life, or it might have been an unhinged alchemical exploration. Level 3, the alchemical experiments. You gain a set of alchemists' supplies, and you have a proficiency with it. Additionally, you can use the alchemist's supplies. Hi, Desert! Instead of a herbalism kit to craft potions of healing. Level 3, Volatile Serum. You have an implanted series of syringes and reservoirs that hold alchemical serums and deploy them into your body when you enter your rage. Choose one of your serums to inject and gain its benefits. The serum lasts for the duration of your rage or until you choose a new serum, such as a bonus action. You have the following serum options. Ferocity. This serum throws you into an energized frenzy. You ignore difficult terrain, and when you hit with melee weapon or an unarmed strike, you can activate the Cleave Mastery property in addition to a different mastery property you're using. Monstrosity. The serum expands your body to monstrous proportions and can change your appearance in cosmetic ways, such as by altering facial features, skin tone, or hair length or color. Your reach increases by 5 feet, and once per turn, when you miss with an attack roll that relies on strength, you can add your rage damage bonus to the total, potentially causing the attack to hit. If you're smaller than large, you become large along with anything you are wearing or carrying. If there isn't enough room to accommodate the size change, your size doesn't change. Reconstruction. The serum dulls pain and forces wounds to rapidly knit. Upon activation at the start of each of your turns, you can expand and roll a hit point die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your constitution modifier minimum 1 hit point. You gain any access beyond your hit point maximum as temporary hit points. If you take acid or fire damage, the serum doesn't function at the start of your next turn. Level 6, Augmentation Compounds. Through continued experimentation or your natural adaptation to your implants, you can now activate one of the compound options below. In addition to a serum, when you enter your rage or change your chosen serum, the compound lasts for the duration of your rage or until you choose a new compound. Simulated senses. You gain blind sight out of a range of 30 feet. If you already have blind sight, its range increases by 30 feet. Mining fumes. Your skin emits an aggression spiking fume in a 30-foot emanation. While in the emanation, an enemy's speed is halved, and if it starts its turn there, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. DC 8 plus your constitution modifier and proficiency bonus. Or have a disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of its next turn. Corrosive Explosion. Expulsion. There we go. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks with a spray of corrosive chemicals from your implants in a 15-foot cone or a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Choose shape each time. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. DC 8 plus your constitution modifier and proficiency bonus. Roll a number of d8s equal to your rage damage bonus. On a failed save, a target takes acid damage equal to the total roll, or half as much damage on a successful one. I hate how much I have to read. But it goes up from level 1 to 14, or 20 if we go farther, if you wanted to. Your implants are now sensitive, so this is level 10 Reactive Catalyst. To your response to danger and flood to you as stimulating chemicals. When you take damage or when you gain the blinded, deafened, poisoned, or stunned condition, you can take a reaction to enter your rage before the damage or conditions are applied. When you enter your rage, you end any of those conditions on yourself and trigger including any triggering conditions. Additionally, while you're Rage is active, you have advantage on Constitution and saving throws. Level 14 is Biochemical Admixture. Your body focuses and combines the strength of your serums. When you activate an option of your volatile serum, you activate one of two options instead of one. Oh, two options instead of one. Additionally, when a creature within 5 feet of you damages you with a melee attack while your rage is active, the creature takes 1d12 acid damage. It is incredible. A creature can take this damage only once per turn. Implant forms. The experimental implant table offers examples of different forms your implants can take. You can roll 1d6 to find out. So one is alchemical injector, glass reservoir, cylinders and brass and iron frames hold multicolored, bubbling or luminous alchemical fluids. Roll 2, you get alien grafts. Portions of your body have been replaced with parts of a dragon, a werewolf, or an apparition's rubbery tentacles. When you rage, the grafts overtake more of your body. 3, construct prosthesis. Your prosthetic limbs, eyes, or other replacements made of metal, stone, wood. When you rage, the parts flare. 4 is crystal formations. Crystals grow from your body across your shoulders and down your limbs. When you rage, the crystals glow, chime the ring. Fungal inoculation. Mushrooms and other fungal growths overtake parts of your body, and vein-like mycelium run along your skin from them. When you rage, the veins pulse and writhe. And finally, 6 is spark tech augmentation. Copper, silver, and brass coils in your back and arms run wires along your skin to plugs. When you rage, lightning crackles across the metal. Okay. Oh yeah, of course, this doesn't want to go and work with me properly. Okay, so this is a bard. Its subclass is College of Whistles. All tales speak of the dangers of whistling. The hollow, haunting pitches call to the spirits of the departed and invite them back to the world of the living. Bards of the College of Whistles take these stories and set them to their own warbling tunes, whistling forth the bardic magic and summoning spirits to aid them in their travels. These bards wonder even more than most of their fellows, drawn to traveling and gathering both stories and ghosts like patches in tattered clothing. Level 3, Handy Haints. You call forth Haints, vagabond spirits. When you inspire a creature with bardic inspiration, you can summon a ghostly apparition that drifts around the inspired target. The Haint creates an aura in a 15-foot emanation from the target. The Haint vanishes after a minute. When you summon a new Haint, when you use the reaction, it grounds you, or if you have incapacitated condition or die, when you summon a Haint, choose its form: Grump, Sad Sack, or Scamp. Grump. This red-tinged elderly spirit dressed in thread rags threatens you. I just realized Grump is basically Karen. Threatens your foes and harangues your allies to do better. The inspired creatures and its allies within the aura have advantage on charisma, intimidation checks, and strength saving throws. In addition, when a creature inside the aura deals damage, you can take a reaction to increase the damage to one target by roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Charisma modifier. Stat Sack. The bluish melancholic spirit stops the fever from your foes. The inspired creature and its allies within the aura have half cover against ranged attacks. In addition, when a creature inside the aura takes damage, you can take a reaction to reduce the damage taken by an amount equal to the roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Charisma modifier. Scamp. The goal to heal childlike spirit delights and invigorates your allies. When the inspired creature or its allies start to turn in the aura, that creature's speed increases by 10 until the end of its next turn. In addition, when a creature inside the aura fails a saving throw, you can take a reaction to let the creature reroll the d20. Level 3, Whistling Wanderer. You shaped the superstition of whistling to the dead into a potent instrument. You gain the following benefits. Wanderer's Bindle. When you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical bag, sack, or similar container and turn it into a magical container called a Bindle. This container functions as a handy haversack. If you're in a second Bindle, if your Bindle is more than 1 mile away from you, or when you die, the Bindle is magic, and anything inside appears in an unoccupied space closest to the container. Whistled spells. You can whistle in place of verbal components for your bard spells. Observers unfamiliar with this tradition must succeed on a DC 15 Intelligence Arcana check to recognize your spellcasting for what it is by whistled verbal components alone. Level 6. Homeward Bound. You can whistle to conjure a ghostly train that returns you and your companions to a known destination. When you finish a long rest, you can leave a mark at that location using paint, chalk, carving, or some other medium, which can be erased, defaced, or destroyed normally. Thereafter, you can use this feature to cast Teleportation Circle, using the mark as the destination. When you cast a spell in this way, the Phantom Train whisks away creatures who enter the circle, and you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. You can have a number of marked locations equal to your Charisma modifier at one time, minimum of 1 location. If you mark a location beyond your maximum, one of the previous marks of your choice fades. When you reach level 9 in this class, you always have Teleportation Circle prepared and can use any of your marked locations as a destination when you cast it. Level 6, Ride the Rails. You can whistle as a magic action to summon a spectral locomotive into existence. It hurtles forward in a 120-foot long, 10-foot wide line from you and passes through objects and creatures. You and up to 6 willing creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you can hitch a ride on the train. You teleport to an unoccupied space of your choice in the line, and any creatures who accompany you appear in the closest unoccupied spaces to you. Each creature in the line must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC, or have the deafened condition until the start of your next turn. Be pushed up to 10 feet straight away from the line's point of origin and take an amount of psychic damage equal to 3 rolls of your Bardic Inspiration die. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot of level 3 plus, no action required to restore your use of it. Level 14. Last Stop. The ghostly shrill of your whistle now draws the living closer to the world of the dead. As a magic action, you blow a whistle that is audible up to 300 feet away. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within that range must succeed on a Charisma saving throw against your spell DC or be cast. When a cast target takes psychic damage, it has the frightened condition towards the source of that damage until its end of its turn. Next turn. The first time a cursed target takes psychic damage, it has the vulnerability to psychic damage. The target repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on its success. After 1 minute, it succeeds automatically. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Unless you expand a spell slot of 7+, no action required to restore your use of it. Wessels and Wandering. The Wandering Visits table offers suggestions on places you visited during your travels, where you've met various spirits drawn to your vessels. You can use them as examples that given, mix and match the locations and spirits, or create your own. I don't think I'm gonna bother reading the tables because it's just gonna take way too long.
Alright, Wolfie.
What?
I gotta rotate and I'm gonna go hang out with my other friends for a bit.
Okay.
If you need the sketch, I'm here because I'm not doing anything else today because I got strep throat, so I can't really go outside. I have to stay indoors. Oh. Hopefully the picture should be finished and then I could put it in my announcements and then you can see what I was working on. Well,
Okay.
what was being worked on. But I'm out of here.
Okay.
First things first, why the hell is this guy playing a goddamn banjo?
That's not a banjo, that's a fiddle. Or a violin.
It's a banjo. That is a
Yeah.
banjo.
That one that you're on about. I thought you were on about the frog. I wasn't paying any attention.
The frog.
No.
Where?
Yeah, there's a frog in the TTS chat.
There's a frog.
It's two things I was looking at. Yeah.
It's like Alright, I'm out of here.
Okay. I'm gonna have to talk to him later to help him create his character, aren't I? I might also just read level 3. The level 3s because there's still a lot to go through. There's a cleric, 2 druids, a fighter, a monk, a paladin, a ranger, a rogue, a sorcerer, 2 warlocks, and 2 wizards to talk about. And I'm going to end up hurting my voice if I keep talking. By going through all of the levels that they have. That's what I was looking for earlier. Can I open that video? And I can watch it later. Cleric, Harvest Domain. Harvest Domain draws from the cycle beginning with creation, reaching absence and ending in culling before repeating endlessly. Deities of farming and crops can focus on one of the harvest aspects. The most draw from each phase of the cycle. Cards of this domain are drawn to the cycle of existence, and they often take on roles as shepherds in different cycles. Level 3, Community Almanac. You gain a herbalism kit, and you have proficiency with it. You also gain proficiency in nature or survival skill. Level 3, Harvest Domain spells. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, choose an aspect of the harvest cycle, sowing, growing, or reaping. Consult the Harvest Domain spells table. You have the spells listed in the column of your chosen aspect for your cleric level and lower prepared. So, Sonic has Druidcraft, Good Parry, Lesser Restoration, Growling has Guidance and Tangle, Summer Winds, Reaping has Chill Touch, Inflict Wounds, and Hold Person. Level 3, Cornucopia. If you don't have the incapacitated condition when you start a short rest, you can magically create a cornucopia filled with enough food for a number of creatures equal to twice your proficiency bonus. When creatures eat the food, finish a short rest, you can distribute a number of d4s to your current level among the creatures who ate the food. Each creature immediately rolls the dice that are allotted and regain hit points equal to the total. The cornucopia and any uneaten food vanish when the short rest ends. Once you use this feature, you can't do so until you finish long rest. Bountiful Harvest. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to evoke the spirit of harvest. Up to 6 creatures of your choice within 60 feet you gain heroic inspiration. A creature must finish a long rest before it can gain heroic inspiration from this feature again. Additionally, you grant all targets one of the following benefits. If your current harvest aspect is a different one, it changes to match the choice. Selling a target gains a number of hit points equal to your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. Growing until the end of your next turn, when the target makes an attack roll or ability check, it adds 1d4 to the total. Reaping, a target deals extra necrotic damage equal to your proficiency bonus the first time it damages a creature before the end of your next turn. I'm gonna go move on to the Druid. That was all the level 3 stuff. I just realized I never updated streams for the card one. Meh, it's fine. Okay. Druid, the Circle of the Old Ways. Become one with ancient forest. Favoring the heart of the darkest forest, Druid of the Circle of the Old Ways commune with ancient forgotten entities that lurk within, calling forth truly primitive power to serve as defenders of the oldest and wildest places. They harness the power of the Elderwood trees, which are home to the souls of long-dead faithfolk, and share their primordial wisdom and might when called upon. When you reach a Druid level specified in the Circle of Old Ways spell table, you thereafter always have the listed spells prepared. Which the level 3 is Ancestral Communication, Communion, Barkskin, Shield of Faith, Shield Spike Growth. Level 3, Bow and Branch. Even the humblest of your weapons channel the might of the Old Forest. When you cast Shield you cause a shield made of gnarled wood to grow in your free hand if you have one. No action to don it. It vanishes when the spell ends. You can't be forced to drop the affected weapon or shield unless you have the incapacitated condition. Additionally, for the duration of the spell, you ignore semantic components of your druid spells, and the weapon enhanced by the spell becomes a druid focus for you. Level 3, Wood Woes. As a bonus action or as part of casting Shield, you can expand use of your wild shape to suffuse yourself with the power of the primordial woods, gaining the following benefits. While you're not wearing armor, your armor class is 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifiers. Edward Sap. When you hit a creature with an attack roll using the weapon enhanced by Shield, the target is coated in Outward Sap until the start of your next turn. While current, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you. Broken Resolve. You have advantage on strength and constitution saving rolls. This effect lasts for 10 minutes and ends early if you dismiss it, no action required. Have the incapacitated condition or die. Why do I have to go through so much shit? No, I've gone the wrong way. This one looks like an old hag. Alexa's high, by the way, bud. Hi, Lex. I don't know what the bud's doing, so... I've gotta go make a drink. But we're talking about D&D for session 1. You could just read the stream title, Lex. I'm kind of glad that I am streaming it, so I can just go send the VODs to those who didn't show up. Yeah, sure. Oh, congratulations on making a new friend, Lex. Who would have thought? Oh yeah, Lex, you missed Acorn. Druid, Circle of Wicca. Found in their ancient arts, Druids of the Circle of Wicca fashioned weak dolls and effigies, binding their magic into these crude forms. These creations often resemble animals, rune shapes, natural symbols, or people. Protective tokens and promises of retribution against trespassers are these druids' stock in trade. You can weave the magic of the land through your Wicca creations and boons to your friends and mains to your foes. Like, if you stay in stream, you'll learn about what you're able to do from session 1 going on. Level 3, Bewitched Effigy. Your primal magic can manifest as a Wicca effigy and radiate out from it. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your wild shape to create a Wicca effigy in an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. The effigy is a small object, AC 15 HP, equal to 5 times your druid level, vulnerability to fire, immunity to poison and psychic damage. The effigy vanishes after a minute when reduced to 0 hit points or when you use this feature again. It radiates one of the following auras when you create the effigy in a 30 foot of emanation that is filled with dim light. I don't know, Lex. I have never had that problem. But you could try and report it. Sacrifice. When a creature in the aura takes damage, you can take a reaction to do fire damage to the creature equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Soothe. When you create the effigy as a bonus action on a subsequent turns while the effigy remains, one creature you can see within the aura regens 1d6 hit points. You can use this effigy to restore I've got the hiccups now. Restore hit points a number of times equal to twice your spellcasting modifier. I forgot the word ability in between that. Ward. You and your allies within the aura gain a +1 bonus to AC. Level 3 stack of Wicca spells. When you reach a druid level specified in the circle of Wicca spells table, you there afterwards have the list of spells prepared. Level 3, you have Bane, Bless, Summons, and Zone of Truth. Level 3, Wicca Token. You can wave Wicca tokens that carry a touch of your magic. When you finish a long rest, you can create a number of tokens equal to your proficiency bonus. The tokens are tiny objects, AC 5, hit points 1, immunity to poison, psychic damage. The tokens vanish when you finish your next long rest. You can cast spells with a range of touch on a creature carrying one of your tokens, while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. Poleaxe. Fighter, Barrow Guard. Barrow Guards are warriors who harness the power of the dead. Taking upon themselves spectral energies normally forbidden to the living. Some Barrow Guards are those returned from the dead through magical miracles or whims of the gods. Others stand at the doors of sacred crypts, ready to push back any who attempt to desecrate the dead. No matter their origin, the Stoic Sentinels are unconcerned with matters of the living. They are separate, other, and duty-bound to their roles. The role of crypt keepers, ensuring the dead, heroes, and villains alike remain at rest. Level 3, Death Knight. You house within you the lingering remnants of souls long departed, and their knowledge and experience imbue you with necromantic energy. It's represented by Dragidice, Anna, which powers you have from the subclass. The Barrow Guard Dragidice table shows the dice and number of these dice you have when you reach a certain fighter level. So like level 3 would have a d6 dice with the number 4. So your powers expand the Dragia die as specified in the feature's description, and you can't use a power if it requires you to use a die when all your Dragia dice are expanded. You gain 1 expanded Dragia die when you finish a short rest, and regain them all when you finish a long rest. The save DC for any of your powers is A+ your Constitution modifier and Proficiency bonus. Dark Riders, a bonus action you manifest a ghostly steed that only you can mount. The steed uses a Warhorse stat block, but the creature type is undead, and has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And it can only take dash, disengage, and dodge actions. When the steed takes the dash action, you can expand and roll a Dragula die. During the movement from that action, the steed speed increases a number of feet equal to 5 times the number rolled. The steed vanishes after an hour if reduced to 0 hit points if you have the incapacitated condition or if you die. Once you take this bonus action, you can't do so again till you finish a short or long rest unless you spend a Dragula die. No action required to restore your use of it. Graveguard, when you take damage, you can take a reaction to expand and roll a Dragula die. Reduce the damage you take by a number rolled plus your Constitution modifier. Sorry, but when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your attacks to magically call forth ghostly hands around the creature within 60 feet of yourself. Expend and roll a Dragula die. The target must make a strong saving throw. On a failed save, it takes necrotic damage equal to the number roll on the Dragula die plus your Constitution modifier. It has the grapple condition, escape DC equals your Death Knight power, save DC for 1 minute on a successful save. It takes half as much damage only.
Jew frog.
That's not what you've been doing, but...
DC doesn't want it to have a transparent background,
Anya!
even though I saved it with 1.
That's sad. I kind of find that Julo's face is back on random stuff again. Like with Alistair and Moana, or whatever it was. That was funny.
Gotta start doing it again.
Yeah, you do. Monk, Warrior of the Pestilent Haze. Warriors of the Pestilent Haze draw plagues into their very beings, holding it into the energy and becoming one with the disease. Monks who follow this tradition wonder often following or even preceding waves of pestilence. Some walk with caution, their touch measured, unleashing sickness only where dense populations must be culled. Others revel in the miasma, spreading as far and fast as possible. Level 3, Contagious Discipline. You have root and concentrated disease within yourself and can now push manifestations of it outward. You gain the following benefits. Claws of Pestilence. Your nails grow into a set of vermin-like claws. You can deal slashing damage when you hit with an unarmed strike instead of bludgeoning damage. When you hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, you deal extra necrotic damage equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die. Miasmic Plague. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can expend 1 focus point to force the creature to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be cast for 1 minute. While cast, the creature has the poison condition and takes extra necrotic damage from your unarmed strikes, equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die. A creature of this damage only once per turn. The creature repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. If you forego the extra damage granted by Claws of Pestilence, you can use Miasmic Plague without paying its focus point cost. Level 3, Gift of Pestilence. Through your observation and mediation, you are attuned to the nature of pestilence and the creature is believed to carry it. You gain the following benefits. Inoculation. you have the advantage on saving throws to avoid or end poison condition or magic contagions, and you have the resistance to poison and necrotic damage. Vermin kinship. Through chittering sounds and hand gestures, you can communicate with simple concepts to vermin, such as rats, pigeons, and insects, and you gain the ability to decipher their noise and motions. Vermin lack the intelligence to convey or understand sophisticated concepts, but friendly vermin could relay what they have seen or heard in the recent past. Additionally, you can cast Animal Messenger using Wisdom as a spell casting ability to target a tiny beast that is considered a vermin, and throw it to spread plague and disease. Once you cast the spell in this way, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. And the Paladin. Evil and wickedness are widespread and long-lived, but not infinite. Paladins who swear the oath of castigation root evil out to burn it away utterly, giving light to all that is innocent and good. Whether bound by laws or models, their deity, or their own personal code, they relentlessly hunt down evil where it thrives. Paladins of this oath know evil cannot hide in festering places once it burns. These paladins try to share the following tenets. Burn away all doubt in pursuit of duty. Purge the wicked and corrupt, spare the innocent. Sin is forgiven through suffering equal to the pain it inflicted. Level 3. Cascade. As a magic action, you can expand one of your channel divinity to curb those you would bring to justice in fiery shackles. Choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. Each creature must succeed a strength saving throw or be wrapped in fiery shackles and have its speed reduced to 0.
Closing parenthesis.
Nope, I've already started that. Oh, no. As a bonus action, you can cause the shackles to flare. Each creature bound by the shackles take 2d6 fire damage. A shackled creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. After 1 minute, it succeeds automatically. And I gotta change how I sit. Okay, Insight. As a magic action, you can expand 1 use of your channel divinity to better seek out wickedness and corruption. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on intelligence, investigation, and wisdom insight checks. During that time, you can take a bonus action to choose a creature you see within 10 feet of you. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or have the frightened condition for 1 minute. While the target is frightened in this way, can't speak a deliberate lie. The condition ends early if the target takes damage or if you use the bonus action again. Level 3, Oath of Castigation spells. The magic of your oath ensures you always have certain spells ready. When you reach paladin level specified in the Oath of Castigation spells table, you thereafter always have the listed spells prepared. So level 3 would have Divine Flavor and Inflict Wounds. And we can now move on to Ranger. Ranger, Grim Harbinger. Grim Harbinger's wander places touched by death, serving both as a watcher of the dead and a herald of doom for those whose lives are running out. At their side is a guardian spirit and omen of death known as a Grim. A constant companion that aids in reforming the shared grave duty. Level 3 Grim Harbinger spells. When you reach a ranger level specified in the Grim Harbinger spells table, you there have to always have the list of spells prepared. You just get Bane. Level 3 Omen of Doom. As a bonus action, you target a creature you can see within 90 feet of yourself and magically seal its doom for an hour. Once per turn, when you hit a doom target with an attack, it takes an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. In addition, a ghostly creature called the Grim appears in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of its target. Grims often appear as black spectral hounds, but you can choose an appearance appropriate to its stat log. The Grim is friendly to you and your allies and obeys your command. It vanishes if you die, when the doomed creature dies, and when it's reduced to 0 hit points, or when you use this feature again. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once. And you regain all expanded uses when you finish a short or long rest. You can also expand a spell slot to restore an expanded use. No action required. The Grim in combat, the Grim acts during your turn. It can move and use its reaction on its own. The action it takes is the dodge action unless you take a bonus action to command it to take an action in its stat block or some other action. You can also command it as part of the bonus action you take to use the Omen of Doom. Or you can sacrifice one of your attacks when you take the attack action to command the Grim to take the Omnis Rend action. If you have the incapacitated condition, the Grim acts on its own and is not limited to the dodge action. Then we have the Rogue, which is a center. And I now have... You just messaged me. I'm like, I'm just saying about considering like getting close to the end of session 0. There are still a few other things that I want to go over, but it's gonna be in the pod one way or the other. Also, why do I get the feeling that you're gonna bring back Jutar?
I shall. But in different forms.
Okay. The Jutar on me. Vice clings to sinners like a second skin. Cheating, drunkenness, and games of chance in their greed and blood. A scoundrel by nature, sin calls her name, and when whispers of malefic powers reach their ears, they listen. Those powers offer more than temptation. They grant the tools to deceive, steal, and even kill with precision these rogues never dream of. Perhaps it begins with a meeting in a seedy saloon, a ritual under desert skies, or a cursed temple found deep in the jungle. No matter the road, the end is always the same: Jinxcraft. Through hexes, curses, and foul magic, sinners cast aside judgment and righteousness. The laws of man and God are nothing to them. Only the comfort of the path of the sin remains. Level 3 Hexslinger. When you deal damage to a creature with your sneak attack, you can unleash the power of your Jinxcraft. When you roll your sneak attack dice, designate 2 of the dice before the roll, such as rolling them separately or using different colored dice. The total rolled on these dice determines the effect of your Jinxcraft, as noted in the Jinxslinger Jinxes table. I read that wrong. It's supposed to be Hexslinger's Jinxes table, but it's just getting to that point where words are just going to one another. And I'm getting close to the word get jinxed at the same time. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. And you regain all expended uses when you finish a short rest. Level 3, get jinxed. You have learned the secret art of jinx crafting, drawing magical power from the dark deeds and deals of sin. You gain the following benefits. Cards and bones. You gain proficiency with 2 gaming sets of your choice, playing cards and dice recommended. Jinx weapon. As a 1-hour ritual using the gaming set, you magically create a Jinx weapon that channels your Jinxcraft. This weapon takes the form of a pistol or a gaming set. For here, the gaming set Jinx weapon is a simple ranged weapon with a normal range of 30 feet and a long range of 90 feet. It deals 1d8 force damage on hit and has the Vex Mastery property. In this form, you throw cards, dice, or other gaming set pieces, or you use them to unleash bolts of hex magic. Alternatively, you can imbue Jinxcraft into a simple or martial weapon you have proficiency with, turning it into your Jinx weapon. The infused Jinx weapon deals force damage instead of its normal type. If you create a second Jinx weapon, the first vanishes or its Jinxcraft ends. Patrick, you learn one of the following cantrips of your choice: Dancing Lights, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Mysterious Presence, or Prestidigitation. Charisma is your spell casting slot for it. I'm not gonna read the Hexslinger Jinxes, just because I want to go through the rest of the subclasses. We have Sorcerer. Crimson Sorcerers harness the ancient magic of blood and life essence. They twist and guide the flow of this quintessential energy as a hunger grows deep within them. They manipulate the power to infuse the virality of others, or they can rip it away and steal it for themselves. Crimson Sorcery can be acquired in a variety of ways. Some with this power were born with it, others were infused with it through a dark ritual or grim event. There are those who discover through lost secrets. Consult the Crimson Origin table for the possible origin of your power. At level 3, Bloodwell, you hold a reserve of vital energy called your Bloodwell, which you can use to empower your magic and fuel other powers from the subclass. When you deal damage or restore hit points to a creature, you can expand your Bloodwell and to add 1d8 to the total for one target. You regain your expanded Bloodwell when you finish a long rest or when a creature takes 10 or more necrotic damage from you at one time. For level 3, you got a Blood Bolt, Cure Wounds, Inflict Wounds, and Blood Sacrifice. Warlock, one of my favorite things to play as. One of the 2 Warlocks you can have is the Great Fool Patron. What horrors and sorrows can be remedied by maniacal laughter. Warlocks have made a pact with the Great Fool, draw their magic power from a powerful otherworldly being of jolly revelry, whose twisted sense of humor is lost on mortal understanding. They're a mocking mirror to bring low in the arrogant. To bring low the arrogant and mighty. Through the Great Fool's ultimate designs are often nonsensical and incomprehensible. Level 3, Great Fool spells. The magic of your patron ensures that you always have certain spells ready. When you reach a warlock level specified in the Great Fool spells table, you therefore always have the list of spells prepared. So guides, Disguise Self, Hideous Laughter, Rope Trick, Spiritual Weapon, and Vicious Mockery. And who doesn't love Vicious Mockery? Level 3, Killing Joke. You see the humor in everything, especially the end of things. When a creature you see within 60 feet of you takes damage or fails a saving throw, you can take a reaction to cast Vicious Mockery on that creature. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of once. You regain the expanded use when you finish a short rest, and you regain all expanded uses when you finish a long rest. And if you give me a second, I'm gonna change the song again. I actually mean, I'm just going over stuff in the Crookman. Because a lot of the people that I'm meant to be with just aren't here, and there's some stuff I want to also talk with to chat, but that's going to be towards the end of stream. About what chat can do, session 1 onwards. If the one shot becomes a campaign. So, yes. And this is the Warlock with the Horn King patron. Oh. Doing D&D session 0. But I'm missing like half of the people that said they would be here, but some just can't make it to session 0. That is what we're doing. I don't know what the bird's doing, but she's doing something.
Nah.
But do you want me to turn the Minecraft server on? Or are you good? Oh, I
Are
probably
you
will.
gonna go back
When
on?
stream's over. I gotta do something, and I don't know if Sketch actually gonna drag me into a stream or not. I'm hoping he's gonna forget. See ya!
Lol.
Yeah. I've got 3 more subclasses to talk about. And that's the last Warlock one and 2 Wizards. And then I can finally do the rest of the shit I wanted to talk about. I feel like my voice is gone because I've just been talking and talking for like ages. I don't know. Either way, I don't think it really matters. Whether motivated by the desperation or cunning, warlocks that have signed their name in the Book of the Horned King have chosen to live deliciously in a pact sealed in blood and a corrupt soul. Bestowed the power of witchcraft by the beast that stalks the deepest woods and darkest hearts, they perfect ancient rituals and weave maledictions towards aims only they know. With each victim of the malign of spells filled with rot, hate, and agony, they become more like their patron until they effortlessly wield his knightly might. Knightly? Kingly might. Oh god, reading. Level 3, Horn King spells. The magic of your patron ensures that you always have certain spells ready when you reach a warlock level specified in the Horn King spells table. You thereafter always have the list of spells prepared. Our friendship, bane, spite, growth, and suggestion. Level 3, Witch's Mark. When you finish a long rest, you can imbue magic into a non-magical tiny object you're holding. Choose one of your prepared warlock spells that has a casting time of an action. A creature holding the marked object can take a magic action to cast the spell using your charisma modifiers, spell attack bonus, or spell save DC. The mark fades when the spell is cast from it or when you finish a long rest. Level 3, Malediction. You can call upon the Horn King's mask to manipulate luck and fate. As a magic action, you can curse a creature you can see within 60 feet of you until the end of its next turn. Alternatively, when a creature within range targets you with an attack roll or spell, you can take a reaction to cast the creature with your choice of one of the curses below. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma, minimum of once. It's supposed to be charisma modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So you have Agony, which makes the target have disadvantage on its next attack roll, or Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. Your choice. Alternatively, there's Hate, and the target has disadvantage on its next Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma saving throw. Your choice again. And lastly, Rot. The next time the target takes damage, it takes an extra 1d10 necrotic damage, and can't regain hit points until the end of its next turn. Then we have the Occultist. Wizardry urges the relentless pursuit of knowledge that pushes every boundary in search of greater power and understanding. But some boundaries are never meant to be crossed. Occultists care not for these limitations, peering behind cosmic veils, devouring forbidden secrets, and pushing their understanding of spellcraft until reality tears itself open. It's from the strange alien realms that are revealed which they draw even greater power, shattering all limits no matter the outrage consequence. Level 3. Forbidden Knowledge. In your study of prescribed power, proscribed, not prescribed, you learn deep speech or another language of your choice. In addition, choose one level from the Warlock spell list. You always have it prepared. You can change your chosen spell when you finish a long rest. Level 3, Intrusion. Your surge into the forbidden reaches beyond the universe yields great power, but comes at the risk of letting something from beyond intrude your reality. There's a lot of dice for this one. You have the intrusion die, which starts at a d6. That can change your features. This die can increase or decrease along its progression of dice sizes. D2, D3, D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12. The size maximum of your intrusion die starts its starting size, which increases by 1 step when you reach wizard levels 5, d8, 11, d10, and 17, d12. When you use a feature that risks intrusion, roll your intrusion die. On a 2 or higher, no intrusion occurs, and the intrusion die reduces in 1 step on the progression. On a roll of 1, the intrusion die rises in size 1 step, and you roll the intrusion? What? Intrusion table to determine what happens as reality fractures. Intrusions using usual spell save DC. The intrusion die increases in step by 1 step. In size by 1 step. Up to its starting size. When you finish a short rest, it resets to its starting size and it resets to its own size when you finish your long rest. Additionally, you can focus alien potency into your spells. When you cast a spell using a spell slot, you can risk intrusion to choose one of the following. Overwhelming Mind. One target of the spell has disadvantage on its saving throw made against it. Or Seeking Eye, where you have advantage on the first attack roll you make for the spell. And lastly, what I have called the wannabe bard is this thing. It's the Philosopher. And they have focused their study on wizardry, on the fundamental nature of existence and reality. They seek the most quintessential truths of creation and manipulate those forces in substance through alchemical practices. Through understanding and deconstruction and reconstruction, they master all natural energies of the world around them and alter it to their will. Level 3. Alchemical Knowledge. You gain a set of alchemist supplies. You have proficiency with it and can use Arcane Focus. Additionally, you can use the alchemist supplies instead of the normal tool to craft a magic item. Level 3. Quintessence. You have learned the fundamental process of dissolution. You know the dissolution cantrip. A creature or object you reduce to 0 hit points when the cantrip is destroyed. If the target was small or larger, it dissolves into a measure 1 ounce of crystalline powder called quintessence. You can have the maximum amount of quintessence equal to twice your intelligence modifier at 1 time, a minimum of 2 measures. If you create more, the oldest measure vanishes. You can use quintessence you are touching in the following ways. Material component. When you cast a spell, you can expend quintessence to serve as the spell's material components, up to a value of 100 gold pieces per quintessence expended. Region. When you scribe a spell into your spellbook, or when you use alchemist supplies to craft a magic item, you can expend quintessence to serve 50 gold pieces worth of material for the task per quintessence expanded. Vitriolic Enhancement. Apologies if I butchered that. When you cast a spell that deals damage, you can expand quintessence as an additional material component to change 1 damage type the spell deals to force. And that is finally the end of all the subclasses. Yippee! My throat hurts now. I mean, obviously there's backgrounds as well, which I probably should cover. Ah, shit. I gotta cover this shit. I don't think I'm gonna go into massive detail. But I'll probably just read the first thing. And if anyone wants to ask me that, they can just DM me. And I'll just send them a photo. For backgrounds, we have Amnesiacs. I don't actually have the photos on this because I didn't think that far ahead. Some portion of your past has been swallowed by nothingness. The missing time could be a short interval. mere days or weeks gone from your memory, or you might have only vague hints at best of who you are and where you are from. Flashes of deja vu are common, taunting you with recollection, but they almost always slip away as ungraspable as mist of Dreskenwald. An injury, some traumatic experience, or the magical workings of a spell or curse could be the culprit behind your amnesia. The feat is memory staves, skill proficiencies, you can choose 2. Same with the tool proficiency, but you only get 1. And you have equipment, is either a book with personal notes, ink pen, traveler's clothes, 11 gold pieces, or 50 gold pieces. Criticism, as parent, you delved into the forces that animate all life, even those that counterfeit life, such as constructs and undead. Many of these studies concentrate on the nature of blood and its power to sustain life and transmit vital essence, binding the soul to flesh. You might have apprenticed under a slight-hearted mentor or a secret cabal focused on understanding or even manipulating life and death. You may have learned from a detailed treatise that you've put into practice, daring to become versed in forbidden arts. Feat is Crimson Ritualist, skill proficiencies Arcana and Medicine, tool proficiency Herbalism Kit, and you get either a Herbalism Kit, Dagger, Fine Clothes, Healer's Kit, 3 vials, 10 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Crossroads Gambler, you made your bones on games of chance, and one day your games crossed the line of something far more serious. You might have played for your soul against a fiend, matched wits with an ancient forest fae, or riddled in a riddle contest, or rolled dice with the fabled Mr. Crossroads. Feat, Fated Gambler. Oh, I gotta go mute that channel again. Skill proficiency is Deception Insight, tool proficiency, some kind of gaming kit. Equipment is gaming kit, caltrobes, fine clothes, fine wine, it's the ball, 23 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Cultist! You have been inducted into a secret society that venerates or pursues power from an otherworldly source. The cultists might serve as minions of an entity they worship, or may seek to understand and claim its might for their own. Depending on the malevolence of the cult's patron or the malefic purposes they may serve, cultists could be a force of wickedness or a group of closely bonded and dedicated people who pursue a common or, if esoteric goal. Feat is Cultist Initiate, skill proficiency is Arcana, and then you got a Cultist Affinity table, which will also give you a language. Tool proficiencies is Calligrapher's Supplies, equipment Calligrapher's Supplies, costume, which is Cult Garb, Holy Symbol, which is an amulet for the cult's insignia, Traveler's Clothes, and 10 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Cult's Affinity is Aberration for skill of Perception, Deep Speech Celestial, which gives you the language Celestial with the skill of Religion. Fiend, Demon, or Devil with both Religion and language of Abyssal Infernal. Fae with Nature and Sylvan. Dreskenwald Dweller. You hail from one of the 13 naval provinces of Dreskenwald. You might be a member of the unique species known to originate from the diverse biomes, or you might be from a different heritage altogether. The skills and culture of your home summarized below shape your knowledge and early experiences. Then you get to choose an origin feed, skill, proficiency, survival, and then you choose something from the trouble. Then equipment, artisan clothes, a map, traveler's clothes, 10 gold pieces. Experiment. You're forever altered by in some drastic physical or perhaps even made monstrous. A blasphemous fusion of science, alchemy, and magic change you, possibly mend some unrecoverable malady, or to test the limits of your biology. The process was a success, at least to a point. The change left its mark on you. The indelible warping you have formed can be a source of fear for those who do not understand what they see. Feat altered. Skill proficiencies, intimidation, medicine. Tool proficiency are alchemist supplies. You get alchemist supplies, medicals, perfume to cover the chemical smell. Traveler's clothes with a hooded cloak and 5 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Ghostlight passenger! Once, even before your most recent travel to Dressenwald, you rode on the deathly train known as the Ghostlight Express. Your memories of that journey might be hazy and dreamlike, or they could be sharp and jarring in their clarity. You analyzed some of the workings of the ghostly engine and formed a connection with the conductor and fellow travelers that has stayed with you. At times, you are even more comfortable with the dead than the living. The Ghostlight medium skill proficiencies are insight and persuasion. You got smithy tool, well, smith's tools, equipment, smith's tools, bullseye lantern, fine clothes, oil with 3 flasks, 5 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Oh my god, I got a drink. Night Stalker. Once you are prey stalked by a monster through the dark of night, now you are the hunter, and the things which you once feared will learn the true meaning of dread. You have become far deadlier, hungrier, and crueler than the monster that once hunted you. You yourself, now the monster now. A fearsome creature once thought to slack its hunger on you or those close to you. You survive and your would-be killer would have its own destruction in turn. Your feat is Hunter of Hunters. Skill proficiency is stealth and another of your choice from the following list: Arcana, History, Religion, Nature. You got leather tools, a book, hooded lantern, hunting trap, oil, traveler's clothes, 8 gold pieces, or 50 gold pieces. Reflected Wanderer. You were once whole, but part of you has been separated from your being and now also wanders the world. This aspect of you took your reflection and shadow with it, and it travels about as a mirage that looks identical to you. You know this other self is out there. You can feel it, but what it wants and why it's lost on you. Sometimes you encounter a stranger that knows you, for good or ill, though you've never met them before, and you can't help but wonder if they've met the other you. Feat, unreflected. Skill proficiencies, deception and investigation. You get disguise kit, mirror, traveler's clothes, 16 gold pieces or 15 gold pieces. Rest Warden. In a place to the lands of dead than the living, those who tend the eternal rest and deposition of the deceased are held in a mixture of high esteem and apparition. You apply the trade of the grave digger, the mortician, and the embalmer. There are times when you have been the one to say the kind words in honor of those who passed. The depredations of the undead are well known to you, and you don't suffer their meddling in the rest of your charges. Be Gravekeeper. Skill proficiencies, religion, survival. You got mason's tools, hooded lantern, oil, shovel, soap, traveler's clothes, 10 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Reveler. For a time you travelled with the Lord of Fools, strange and unsettling revelry. Whether you're still welcome in that company or you struck off on your own, your time with the troop revealed some of its nature to you. That the Lord of the Fools serves some great entity who prizes humour and merriment, often at the expenses of the mighty, but he is no mere jester. Beneath the mask of mockery and merriment is a madman, a mad creature who demands sacrifice. Feat of reveling fool, skill proficiencies, performance and stealth, language, abyssal is recommended. And then you get to pick a musical instrument. You get some ball bearings, a costume, hunting trap, manacles, 3 torches for juggling, traveler's clothes, 10 gold pieces or 50 gold pieces. Then Scholar of the Forbidden, delving into the braille pages of ancient tombs, or tomes, and weathered tablets carved with blasphemy. You have unearthed secrets of eldritch beings, and then beings of unfathomable might. Most of their meaning slips like whispers out of your grasp. But you have seized both forbidden knowledge and cursed power from them. And the deeper you plunge into depravity, the more certainty you feel that you are not alone there. Your feat is Dread Speech. You get the Arcana and Intimidation skill proficiencies. Deep Speech is recommended as the language. Then you get Calligraphy supplies, book, Topic of Arcana, ink pen, lamp, oil, paper, 2 gold pieces, or you get 50 gold pieces. And I need to take my phone off charge. Then we have Wicca Weaver. You know the ancient rites being kept alive by secretive druids and hedge practitioners in the shadowed groves of the primordial forests. Remedies and hexes woven into Wicca charms can stave off misfortunes and ward away evil. They could just as likely invite gloom in the ire of the old spirits. Feat, Charm Twister. Skill proficiencies inside nature, language Sylvan. You get the tool proficiency Weaver tools. Equipment is quarterstaff, Weaver tools, basket, book, iron pot, traveler's clothes, 19 gold pieces, or 50 gold pieces. Let's see, do I need to read the next chapter as well? No, it's just feats. I don't need to go into that. Yippee! This was basically everything that I did need to cover. I mean, I was gonna show the Wickamore Hollow map, but I don't think that's as important. Basically, from session 1 going forth, assuming this does become a campaign, chat will be allowed to aid either the players or the DM, and they can... I might give chat an NPC to mess with. I don't know yet. But basically chat will allow players or the DM to twist the dice. They can't be stacked, but they can give players eventually a pool of dice changes that they can use. Same with the DM. I think that will be a bit fun and it'll give some interactiveness to chat. Because there isn't anybody who streams here, I'm not gonna bother with that, and I will just pester everyone who will be playing, because I'm happy to have them stream their perspective. And they'll just have their chat as the voices in their heads. And I have something planned for that. It's in my just in case section of my document that I'm looking at. I might share this with you, but depending on if you're gonna be part of the one-shot / campaign or not. Because if you're not, then I will more than happily share what I'm currently looking at with you. But if you will, then I'm not gonna. But then again, I could still share it with you if I wanted to. Because it's not like you stream. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. And I don't think you have anything that you want to add to this. If I go by the science, I'm gonna assume that's gonna be a no. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go play Minecraft and go send this link to some people. So, yes.